right.
What's it like dropping in and being here for a few days?
Great. It's good to be back to Person Lucy and see the new complex. I haven't seen it. It's tremendous. And be around with the guys, I think it's a great experience again. Be around with the coaching staff, I think it's a great, and see the new guys, the new talent, the talents. I think it's you know, makes you feel alive again, you know.
What stood out to you about that talent so far? What have you liked?
Well, I have a few guys when I was with the Brooklyn, and I said Betty today. The last couple of days, it's been tremendous. Mauricio, I saw Alvarez, and the new pitchers that I see, and then it was hurt in the beginning of their career, but now they've been proving a lot. So I think it's the Mets half. I think is pretty good. I mean, you know, you see. It's gonna be great for the organization to this new talent, give you the opportunity to stay around with the big guys. You know, the experienced guy. I think it's gonna be great. I mean, I really looking forward to see that in the future.
What is it like seeing those guys who you had in Brooklyn a little more grown up now on the brink of the majors? A lot of them.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I mean, you feel so happy. I feel so happy for them because they deserve it to do it. When they first come to Brooklyn, you know, our job was to introduce professional baseball, and now you see all the work they've been doing and all the shape they are right now, and see the guys performing over here and enjoy what they're doing. I think it's priceless.
Yeah. Can you believe how much Ronnie Mauricio has grown as a person, like physically?
Oh, definitely. He's strong. We were seeing yesterday, and me and Stroll was talking about him, and then how strong he looks, and then how mature he gets playing baseball. I think playing in Dominican will help a lot. And I always say that. I always tell the guys when you have a chance to play winning ball, I think it's going to be a great experience because it's going to help you to get to the big league. To help get to the big leagues. You know, get to know your body, get to know what you can do, and I think Mauricio has been doing that. So. But definitely he's strong right now.
What do you like about how the Dominican League helps younger players?
I just say, I mean, like winter ball. I got to be Dominican, Mexico, Venezuela, Puerto Rico. I think it's gonna be it's a great opportunity for the young guys to go up there and play and perform the way it's supposed to and learn about when you play with the big leagues and you see the competition. I think in front of the crowd too. I think it's very important for the guys.
Is Beatty developing like you thought he might when you first saw him?
Well, when I first saw him in Brooklyn, I like his approach to the home plate. Now I think he worked out pretty good. He gets his baseball shape, and now he seems to major league guy now. So he looks pretty good. I think he's been improved a lot, and I feel so happy for him.
Do you have Vientos too?
Viento, I had it in standard spring training. He's another guy that I saw when he first came here. It was a baby. So now I see him play, and matter of fact, we was talking about yesterday. He was playing first base. I think it's going to be good for him too. So playing multiple positions.
He's got 3 gloves here.
Yeah, right now.
Is that something that you saw for him when you first saw him in spring training?
Right now, or the first time he came?
The first time you saw him.
No, the first time he came, he was a shortstop, and then I know he's going to be a tall guy and move third base, and then it's a prospect. You don't touch those guys. You let them play and see how around the infield, and then in the future you see what they're doing right now. He can play multiple positions. I think it's going to be good for him to be in the big leagues.
For you, do you aspire to get back into the managing on the affiliated ball side of things?
I would like to. I mean, I'm the guy who likes to be in the field. I think I would like to help guys to play baseball because I've been told when I first started playing baseball. So it's something you want to pass around with the guys and teaching a little bit what you learn during my career. I think it's going to help people, and that's what I say. I always like to be in the field.
Did you have any opportunities this offseason?
Well, I just come from Venezuela in winter ball. I was working over there with the Tiburones de la Guaira, so we went to the finals over there. And since that, I just coming in January to the States, and so far I've been enjoying the family. So.
Good. Thank you,
Thanks.
Fonzie.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Getting used to being in uniform between Old Timers Day and this.
I would say it's really great, you know, to actually come back somewhere where you started your career, being a homegrown player, and going through the organization and developing in the organization, and then being able to, you know, come back and see the history. I mean, I think the history of the New York Mets is it's a lot of richness there, and I think it hadn't been around for a very long time. And when you see players come back, and even the guys that didn't play with, they're part of the history, you know. And that's like a family, you know. It's a family atmosphere. You know, we all have a lot of respect for each other and what this is really all about. So it's a lot of fun to be involved in this.
Buck said that you said that when Major League camp was a slow day, you wanted to go to the minor league side. Have you done that?
Not yet.
Or
I mean,
so that coming up maybe in the next couple days? Or?
hopefully the next couple of days. I mean, young players are important, and when you develop through your system, it makes you a winner. You blended in with the veteran players like we had in the years that I was playing. Had it not been for the veteran players we had on our club, we would have never been in the winning circle. You know, and that's what it takes. It takes young players and veteran players to come together. You know, I look back and I think and I laugh quite a bit, you know, when I think about it. And I was 24 when we won the series. You know, you think you're going to win it all the time, you know, and that's really not going to happen. It takes a lot to do that. It takes a lot for everybody to stay healthy. And so I have a lot of respect for young players that work hard. And I'm looking at this organization and I'm really impressed with it because it kind of reminds me they're going back in the direction where we were. Our minor league system was really stacked with young players. And if you don't get rid of them and you keep them, they come here and they play at this level and they be very successful. And so I see some young talent here that's on the rise for them, and it's good. And it's good that they don't have to rush them. You know, I think back in the days when me and Doc came up, there was a big rush, you know, for a turnaround. And right now they're in a pretty good position where they don't really have to rush their young players and they can let them develop. And when they come to New York, hopefully they can be ready to play under that kind of expectations.
What do you hope?
That you're particularly interested in talking to or seeing?
No, I just like to get to know the kids, you know, and like to, you know, give them some real insight about, you know, what it's like to play at the big league level. I think a lot of times we think it's easy to play at the big league level. We think we're just going to have great years every year. That's not going to happen. You know, you like to kind of teach them the part of the game of adversity. You know, you're going to have those adversities that you have to go through, and you know, how do you deal with them? You know, when you get to that place where you're in a 2 for 30, what do? You know, when you get out, you know, you don't give up, you don't quit, you keep playing, you keep pushing through. So I think it's important that young players realize that before they get to the major leagues, because when they get there, they're going to really have some hard times. You know, because you know the challenge of playing in the big leagues is not easy. I think a lot of people think it's easy because it looks easy from a player, you know, when you watch a player play, but it's hard. You know, it's hard to be consistent and go through a year where you don't have some ups and downs, and you have to learn how to balance yourself through those periods.
A lot of guys, especially these days, don't debut until they're 23, 24 years old. What is the challenge of doing it earlier like you and Doc did?
Well, it just depends on what organization you're in and the expectations for young players. I mean, I think a lot of young players go, you know, of other teams, you know, they kind of slide under the radar because they don't have to deal with, you know, the hype of, you know, playing in the big city. When you play in the big city, you know, there's going to be a lot of expectations, you know, because everybody has watched you from, you know, the minor league system and getting to the major leagues. Now they think, well, you could just turn it on and you're not going to have any struggles, you know, because you didn't have those down in the minor leagues, but you're going to have those in the big leagues. And players have to learn to make those adjustments.
Thank you, Strong.
More? All right.
Thank you.